Hey there, guys. Welcome back to the Happy Libra. Today, I'm going to be looking at Justin Bieber. Everything I'm about to say in this video is for entertainment purposes only. I do not know this person. So, normally I would start from left to right, looking at the first house first. But because he's got so many planets in his lower half of the chart, I'm going to start with Venus. I'm also going to be looking at the personal planets, which are Mercury, Venus, Mars, the Moon, as well as the North Node, which indicates the destiny in this person's current life, and also the Jupiter, which shows the challenge that the person will bring to the relationship. I'm going to try to take my time because I like to get all of the details. Try not to rush in this reading. All right. Let's get to it. So, this person has their Venus in Pisces. And from what I can remember, I think Venus is exalted in Pisces. I could be wrong about that. So, the thing about Venus is that it represents, kind of art and romance and love and, kind of like a dating energy, but more the love part, even marriage, even money. But with Pisces being so dreamy, they often say that Venus is exalted in Pisces, meaning the energy is even stronger. So what I'm seeing here is that he's got his Venus in the fourth house in Pisces. That is pretty serious business. This whole time I had thought that Mr. Bieber had married his wife because he was under some sort of pressure due to his religion from his family. But actually, this is showing me that he may have wanted that. And I say that because his Venus, again, which talks about love and marriage, partnerships, relationships, also money, is sitting in his house of domesticity, domestic life, becoming a parent, getting married, living in a house together, getting older together, that type of thing. And like I said, it's in Pisces, which is exalted, so it can indicate that he's always been dreaming of this, having a wife, settling down, sharing love. I was going to say impregnating her. Excuse my language because, I'm reading something very flat. So impregnating her. These types of things. These are the thoughts that he may have had. Now, he also has his sun in Pisces. I did not know that Justin Bieber was a Pisces. And that's sitting in his third house. And so what that's telling me is, I understand the Pisces part, but the sun in Pisces in the third house. You see, the third house talks about media. It can talk about siblings. It can talk about short distance travel. And it can talk about close friendships. It's ruled by the zodiac sign of Gemini. Now, the fact that he has Pisces there tells me that his close friends or people who are close to him, they're not really friends to him. In his mind, they are family. So I don't know if this person has a best friend or something, but anybody that is close to him, they're not friends. They are family. He has an emotional bond with these people, but he doesn't take lightly. And like I said, Pisces is a very feeling planet. And also, I'm not getting that indication. It's just that he has two planets in Pisces. Okay, another good thing about having Venus in Pisces and the sun in Pisces and one in the fourth house and one in the third house. Okay, now we're getting down it. Now I understand. This person, I want to say, was born to be a songwriter. because the third house is all about communication, writing, messages. It's that channeling energy. And Pisces is very romantic. So it doesn't surprise me that this person is what I would call double creative. Again, he's got some energy. He's creating in his mind, he's creating with his moods, and he's channeling it through songwriting, is what I would say, or some type of writing or some type of expression. That's very interesting. So he's got a great placement to be someone who is a creative genius, I want to say. All right. So moving on to the Mars. Now, in astrology, Mars usually talks about our aggression, our sexual desire. It can talk about our get up and go energy. It represents, if you can see the way that this symbol, this red symbol here is shaped, they say that it represents the male genitalia. Now, it's sitting in Aquarius in the third house. Yes, Aquarius in the third house. Okay. Ooh, oh boy. Okay. When I first started reading astrology, I started reading astrology because I didn't want to, oh God, I'm just going to talk straight. I didn't want to end up with a cheater, okay? And I wanted to know in advance if I was dealing with someone who was a cheater. So I really got good at reading the Mars and reading the Venus and the Moon, the personal planets. Let me just get to what I'm saying and stop going on and on. Mars in Aquarius, if you want love and monogamy, it doesn't show monogamy. When you couple that with the third house, that's not showing monogamy. I really hope that I'm wrong. I really hope that this person is very monogamous. But the third house talks about neighbors. It talks about brothers and sisters. It talks about friendships. It talks about soulmates. Now you might be saying, well, if it talks about soulmates, wouldn't that mean that he's monogamous? In my opinion, no, because it's kind of like you are unable to make the distinction between who's a friend and draw the line and who is for intimate purposes in your life. Now, the real thing that really makes me think in that direction is because Aquarius is there. And Aquarius talks about groups and the whole world. So do you really want to date a man who has his male genitalia planet in a house that talks about neighbors and friendships within a sign that talks about the world and groups? No, you don't. No, you don't. Anyway, I know he has a very strong faith. I believe he's Christian, and I hope that he's not expressing this part of his chart. Moving on. Ooh, okay. So, people who are musicians or really amazing actors often have a well-placed Mercury. I'm usually finding that that's in Mercury in Gemini, Mercury in Virgo, or Mercury in Aquarius. And this gentleman has Mercury in Aquarius. That is an awesome placement, and what this tells me is he's very good at pleasing a crowd. Mercury talks about communication, messages, channeling energy, communicating with people, being able to kind of relate to people. It's also a good manipulation planet. It's also a good gossip planet. I kind of forgot about that, so I want to squeeze that in just as a mental note. So the fact that it's sitting in Aquarius in the third house, this is telling me a lot of things. It doesn't surprise me that he's so well known because he has what it takes to be a really good musician, like in terms of his words and how he uses them. And what I'm also seeing is, you might be a musician who writes once a month, once every 2 weeks, once a week. But from what I'm seeing here, this person can produce like a song a day. I would say a song a day. I mean, Mercury in Aquarius is no joke if you create music, And maybe it's even more than that, but whatever it is that he does, as long as it's creative, he can produce a lot of it because Mercury in Aquarius is like non-stop energy, and it's the intellect. Moving on. Did I get them all? I must have missed something here. Okay, so we still have the North Node, Jupiter, and the Moon from what I'm seeing here. And that will be it. All right. So I mentioned to you before, we're talking about destiny. And destiny in astrology is symbolized by something that looks like a nose ring. And here you can see the North Node here. It's sitting in the zodiac sign of Scorpio, and it's in the 12th house. Now, what is this? When you start to read about astrology, you'll learn that the 12th house is, yeah. So what is this, This is not my favorite placement. I don't really have anything good to say about this. He's destined to what? Because the 12th house is not my favorite. So what does the 12th house talk about? Well, I can tell you who it's ruled by. It's ruled by Pisces. And usually it talks about fantasy, escapism, being a spiritual guru. It can talk about people who are in spirit. So it's lots of spiritual energy there. It can talk about the karma that we reap. It's a lot of heavy stuff, the 12th house. There's something about his destiny and this energy, and then it's coupled with scorpionic energy. It's not my favorite placement. I don't know what this means. I would have to dig a little further to find out what that is. Do I think that it's positive or negative? I can't really tell at this point. So I'm not getting much off of that right now. Yeah, I'm going to leave that alone. Okay, Jupiter. Jupiter is a planet that blows things up. It is also our outlook on life. It's the challenge that we bring to our relationships. And right now I'm looking at the 12th house, and it's sitting in Scorpio as well. So this tells me this person is very passionate. They take a lot of things very seriously because that's what that zodiac sign will do. And, and he's got Pluto there too. Wow. You see, I know what this is saying to me, but I don't think it's the reason why you clicked on this video. So that's why I'm not getting into that. The thing I will say is he's a very passionate person. He's very deep. I don't think that most of us would think that he would be such a deep, passionate person. He's probably very spiritual. He may even be somewhat psychic. Yeah, I'm seeing that for sure because over here, he has a very strong where was the Pisces? He has a very strong Venus in Pisces, Sun in Pisces, and he's got his 12th house very strong as well. So this person might even be a little bit psychic, and he might be even more spiritual, but in a non-religious manner. So nothing really bad to say about that, only that he wants honesty out of his partners or he could start freaking out. Okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing next. He has his moon in Libra. The moon talks about how moody and changeable we are. And it's sitting in his 11th house in the zodiac sign of Libra. And Libra talks about love and romance and marriage and romantic times and affection. Libras are very touchy-feely. So I usually like to know what the moon is to tell me how aggressive the person can become when they are emotionally aroused. And from what I'm seeing from this person is not an aggressive person, but I thought that he was. But this is telling me, where's his Mars? Okay, he can fly off the handle with the Mars in Aquarius, yes. But with his moon, it seems that if he doesn't understand something, and with it being in Libra, he might actually take the time to ask questions before getting too out of hand with his emotions. So that's actually a good thing. So he's not somebody who just gets emotional right away. He will take his time and ask questions, and he really does want true love in his life. Moon and Libra people want to experience love. They want a true love. They want their true partner. They want to share. They're very good at that, by the way. Moon and Libra when they're being honest, they will give and share love freely. See, that's why I do this, because I didn't know that he was this type of person. The type of person I thought he was and the type of person that I'm gathering here are two completely different things. I'm not getting any red flags, only the Mars in Aquarius of groups and the world. That is the only thing that concerns me. And yes, that is not something small, because again, it is about the planet that represents the male phallic symbol. Yeah, so and it's funny, because this is, a lot of women are not going to like what I'm going to say. Here's the thing. You can find cheater energy in astrology charts, and it's really weird how that can come up and have monogamy energy too, because his moon in Libra tells me this person wants to give and receive love and wants to be monogamous. But with Mars in Aquarius, that's total cheater energy. Okay, it's total cheater energy. So I don't know, I'm not saying he's a cheater. I don't know him. But if somebody has these placements, they're probably telling themselves like, oh, well, it's okay because I love my partner, so I can do it. There's some type of something they're telling themselves to make it okay because they feel two ways about it, Anywho, guys, thanks so much for stopping by. This has been the Happy Libra. If this reading was entertaining for you, please do leave it a thumbs up. Of course, leave me a comment. And for more, please do subscribe. Bye for now.